there. I am just as fantastic.
Good. I'm
Um,
glad to hear it. What can I do for you?
nice. So I was trying to ask yesterday. Of course, it's easier for me to just explain everything. So I have a situation. Of course, the property has a mortgage, but she mentioned tenants, which lets me know that tenants are like whatever they're paying, which she said was 23.35. They're taking those monthly rent payments and putting it towards their mortgage.
Okay.
And I just wanted to know if I should be calculating that somehow. But then I realized I didn't. It was kind of just like extra information that she just wanted me to know.
Sure.
Um, right. So with that being said, if we could review the numbers so that I'll know if this is even worth pursuing, that would be great.
Sure. Absolutely.
Okay. This is a hybrid. Um, my initial offer was for 413.
Okay.
The mortgage sits at 237,204.
Okay.
And then I already figured out the numbers to say that 3,000 down is kind of what makes sense.
Three thousand
So
dollars.
yes, 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 I know.
Wait,
Yes.
$3,000 down. That would be fantastic.
Yeah. Well, let's see. Let's see. Let's continue and see.
Okay. So you've got $3,000 down
Mm-hmm.
as a down payment.
Yep.
So that would be the seller financing amount is what, 172 and some change?
796. Yes, sir. 172, 796.
Oh, you said 796.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. What'll it rent for?
Rent was 3K.
Okay. What's the mortgage payment?
2335.
Okay. What's the interest rate?
Oh my God, 7.8.
All right. And are we doing realtor commissions?
No. Now,
Okay.
mind you, now
That's good.
actually keep in mind that this is the realtor's home, so she just
Oh,
wants to get rid of it. Well, I won't say
gotcha.
that, but she's in desperate need.
Gotcha. Okay. You said 2335 was
Hmm.
the thing, and this was 7.8.
Hmm.
And then what are we giving her as a monthly payment?
This is what I'm not too sure of. So this would be $35. I've tried all ranges as you would, and 35 works.
Yep.
No HOA or anything. I just want to know because these are the exact same numbers I got. Do you think this would even make sense to pursue? Because who would accept a $35 payment?
Well, that's up to the seller. Like
Okay.
we don't want to speculate on what the seller would take, but we're not going to do a $35 payment because this is probably, you're right. A $35 payment probably isn't going to work
Right.
because $35 to pay off
We'll be in there for
$172,796.
80 years.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But your entry fee percentage is low, and that's really good.
Okay.
So, did the seller already agree to $3,000 down?
No. So I'm set to speak with her in the next hour. I just want to be
Okay.
prepared before that call.
I can tell you right now that she's probably not going to take $3,000 down.
Okay.
I mean, you can try, but she's probably not going to take that. Let's max it out and let's just see what that comes out to be.
Okay.
So we have a what, $413,000 purchase price?
Yep.
All right, and then we've got the mortgage balance 237. I'm just going to do 200. 237 200. And then if we want to give her a $25,000 down payment, that would make more sense.
Okay.
And then this would, I mean, more sense for her to take it.
Right.
And then
Right.
this
No, I'm with
is
you.
what, 15800, I think. Yeah, that sounds all right. And then as far as the monthly is concerned, your entry fee percentage is still good. It's still really, really, really good. 5%
Mm-hmm.
obviously awesome. But the chances of her taking $3,000 down on a $413,000 purchase price, I mean, maybe I would try, but I'm telling you, your max.
Okay.
You said the property will rent for $3,000. What size is it? Is it a 3-bedroom, 2-bath,
It's a
4-bedroom?
5-bedroom home. And I think maybe 2.5 bath.
What city?
This is Palm Coast, so Florida.
Okay. Is the house in good shape?
It's amazing. Yeah, I think it was built in 2018.
How close is it to the water?
There's nothing but water. It's Palm Coast, so imagine like palm trees. It's right, kind of near Daytona a little bit.
No,
If
no,
you're
no. What I
familiar
mean
with
is,
it.
if someone wanted to walk from the house and reach water, how? I mean, is that a mile away? Is it really close?
I haven't calculated distance. I just know it's on the coast of Florida, so it's
Okay.
near proximity
Okay.
wise.
Have you run it as a short-term rental?
I have not.
Okay. So what I'm going to do, because I post all these videos, right?
Yes, you do.
But I don't want anyone to snag your deal. So I'm going to run this deal on AirDNA right now,
Okay.
and I'll just hold off before I post this video until you either get it under contract or you don't.
Okay, I
That
got
way,
you.
nobody has a chance to snake your deal.
Got you.
So even though I don't normally say this, what's the address?
90 Farragut. So FARRAGUT Drive, Palm Coast, right there. Second one. Yep.
How many bedrooms? You said 5?
5. Mm-hmm.
Okay, so that means it can accommodate 10. All right. So when you're dealing with AirDNA, have you used AirDNA before?
Not yet.
Okay. So AirDNA is how most everyone, runs their short-term rental numbers to see if it'll work as an STR.
Mm-hmm.
So, and that's so you can get this number here.
Got you.
So, let's go back to it. So you put in the address, you put in the bedrooms, you put in the bathrooms, and when it says accommodates, all you do is you take the amount of bedrooms, and since you can sleep 2 to a bedroom, you just double the
Mm-hmm.
amount of bedrooms. That's how much it accommodates.
Okay.
All right, so now I'm going to hit calculate earnings, and I'm only looking for one number, and it's well, as soon as it populates, ooh, this number right here.
Okay. Why'd you say
So,
ooh?
well, okay, so we'll look at this one first. It's at $58,800 per year. This is a yearly number, right?
Okay.
So that's basically $59,000. So if I take
Mm-hmm.
$59,000 and divide it by 12, I'm at $4,900 a month.
Okay.
So if I take 4,900 and put it here, and then I'm going to finish the numbers for a hybrid, so you get to see how to do that too. So you
Mm-hmm.
notice how all of these are blank. Well, that's because you filled them out down here,
Got
and
you.
all of your ranges are here. You don't have to guess. So I'm going to max out everything.
Okay.
I want to know worst case scenario if this deal is going to work or not, if it's good. I'm even going to go up on the rent or on the internet because it's Florida. Okay, so now you see this populated, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's bringing in. Now we're reading it just like this one over here. It's going to be bringing in a 31% cash on cash return, $13,560 a year. It's in really, really good shape. There's no HOA. Let me quickly, just again, worst case scenario.
Mm-hmm.
It's still, yeah, I would say go ahead and get it. Oh, wait, I need to change this. Hold on.
Yeah, that's the
That's okay. That's all right.
okay.
Okay. I was just curious what that number would look like if we put it in. So as a long-term rental, this deal does not work,
Mm-hmm.
obviously. But as a short-term rental, it's going to be bringing in $8,000 a year. This could very much work. So what you're
Okay.
going to do is you're going to tell the real estate agent or the seller, say, look, we'll subject to the mortgage. We'll pay the $2,300 a month on your behalf. And then on top of that, we'll give you $500 a month. And because it's only 150,000 seller finance, you can pay it off in a 5-year balloon.
Stop it. Oh my God. This is why you are freaking amazing.
Now, hold on. I want to make sure that just
Mm-hmm.
like when people are going for super expensive properties, there are a myriad more of long-term rental buyers than there are
Yeah.
short-term rental buyers. So I'm not guaranteeing that this deal is going to move, What I am saying is that based off the numbers, if we can find a short-term buyer in Florida in the area, this deal absolutely makes sense. That's
Okay.
fine.
So, and this is with the 25K down.
This is with 25K down. Yeah.
Okay.
If you
Wow.
can get it for less than 25K down, it makes the deal even better.
Okay. Okay. At most. Okay. I'm
Now,
taking
if
notes.
if you need to go to the max, because our max is going to be $40,000
Oh,
down.
okay.
So, and now obviously we don't want it that high because that's going to really raise our entry fee percentage.
Gotcha.
But if we do kick this to $40,000, then they'll only be financing. It's only $15,000 difference, so it's like 135,800. And then our entry fee percentage, nope, hybrid. You're only at 13.8. Yeah, I mean you can still do it. Obviously, 25,000 is better. $3,000 is better than that. But up to 40 grand, up to your max, you're pretty good. You're pretty good. Yeah, you can get this. You can
Okay.
get this, folks.
Nice. Now, when it comes to actually presenting this to her, because
Mhm.
I'm used to the long term side of it.
Sure.
Do
Oh,
I need to specify?
no. You don't
Oh,
have to say any of that. Has no bearing on the numbers, what we're going to do with it. If she asks,
okay.
you can absolutely say, hey, if they're like, what are you going to do with the property? You know what? We're going to rent it out.
Okay. Now, what does that mean for the current tenants? She hasn't said that she's had any problems with it, or with
Well, that
them. So
depends. So that's another factor that I didn't know about. Are those tenants on a lease or are they month to month?
I'll figure that out. I'll
Yeah,
figure
find
that
out and
out.
let me know.
Okay.
It'll change up
Tenants
the
on
exit
lease.
strategy a little bit. If they are on a lease, find out how
Mm,
long until the lease expires. That's the only other thing we need to know.
okay.
And how much they're paying
Expiration.
and how much they're paying per rent for rent.
Oh, okay. No, she's already told me that. So that
Oh,
is they are paying 2,500.
okay. So $500 value add for I mean, we need to
Because
find out if they're on a lease or if they're month to month, and if they're on a lease, how long until it expires. That's all.
okay. Now I'm thinking this would be a plus in so many ways, but the main one would be that if they are paying 2,500, her mortgage is 2,335. That means she only walks away with about 140 each month.
Hmm.
So that means it's not really better than the offer that I'm going to give her today.
That's true. Yeah, and
Okay.
actually, if you think about it, you're going to give her. She's walking away with what did you say, about $140 a month?
Yep.
So just double it. Say, hey, look, what if I double the amount of money you're walking away with anyway, but you don't have any of the headache of being a landlord anymore?
Right. Oh my God. Perfect. No headache, landlord. Okay. Okay, that was awesome. Very informative.
Not a problem. Did you need anything
Um,
else?
no, but that is what I was struggling to explain last night. So thank you for the clarity.
Not a problem. Good luck. Let me know how it goes.
All right, yes, sir. Oh, wait.
Yeah.
As far as commission goes for us, what would that look like? How far can we push that?
Oh, that's a good question. I forgot who I was talking to for a second.
No, yeah, that's important.
All right. So well, that depends. So it really depends on what you sell the deal to the seller for.
Okay. So let's
Because,
say 25.
okay, so if we go back to 25,000 and then we change this back to 15800, I believe is what it was.
Mm-hmm.
So you're at 10%, and then we can double this. That's still going to be less than what it was because now we're at 45 instead of 50. Yeah, I mean, you can make 20 on this thing, no problem.
Come on, Sean, let's do it, man. Okay, I will definitely
Now,
keep you. Yep.
hold on. I want to make
Okay.
sure that I set the proper expectation. Just because we put it into the calculator doesn't mean we have a buyer, or you're going to find a buyer that says,
Mm-hmm.
"Oh yeah, I'll give you 45,000 or $53,000." You're going
Mm-hmm.
to have buyers are going to negotiate with you too. They're going to want to be like, "Hey man, can you do it for 40 instead of 45?"
Mm-hmm.
That's got any negotiating on the buyer side is all coming out of your assignment fee.
Okay.
So the least they want to pay, it's coming out of your assignment fee. So I guess in some way it's good to pad your assignment fee because it allows you to negotiate more. But you also are
Mm-hmm.
starting at a higher number than you would have been had you not added another 10 grand. But between you and I, 12.39% entry fee. I think you're good.
Okay. Yeah, this is strictly just to kind of paint the picture for me.
Yeah,
And this
I
is
think you're good.
actually a situation where I just want to help, more so than, I just really want to help her, because this is for her to be a realtor. She's like, yeah, tell me more. I am very excited about this. So yeah, thank you.
Not a problem.
All
Anything else
right.
I can do,
You
I
are
will let
good,
you know.
man. High five. I'll talk to you soon.
Appreciate it.
All right.
See ya.